Oli the Goalie Tech Reviews. Today is my second video in the series of the JMGO N1S Ultra, the brand new projector from JMGO. This is the replacement model for the JMGO N1 Ultra and has quite a few changes that makes it, in my opinion, an even better projector than the N1 Ultra, and quite possibly, again, the best projector on the market, hands down. Today's focus is on the operating system and something absolutely brand new to the JMGO N1 Ultra, or in this case, N1S Ultra series, and that is Google TV. And probably even more important than Google TV, the inclusion of Netflix, native Netflix. No messing around, no downloading, no trying to sideload. This is built into the system. It's already there without any actual addition, and I absolutely love that. Now, there was some talk in regards to the N1 Ultra and the fact that you could sideload Netflix, but it never matched the right resolution as the N1 Ultra, and it just didn't work quite as well. The amazing fact with the N1S Ultra is that it's now built in. And when you go into Netflix, you will see your profiles that you have set up once you've set up the Netflix. All the different ones are there for you and your family, etc. And then, of course, once you go into the actual app, you're going to notice that you have your Netflix. And I'm just going to turn the volume down here for now. And here is actually, and in my opinion too, the actual, I guess, setup or the way that this particular Netflix is shown is a little different than most of the other versions that I've seen on Netflix, and I actually really like the setup of this. So it's an incredible thing to have, fantastic to have Netflix built into this unit without having to mess around with any of that back installing and everything else. So that's kind of like the first really big change, and in my opinion, one of the two real major changes to the N1S, the JMGO N1S Ultra, is the ability to have Netflix. So no longer having to plug in a secondary Fire Stick or Apple TV or anything like that to be able to basically access all the different features that you would need. So this product truly is a portable lifestyle projector, giving you all of the features, but not only features, applications as well, including the Netflix. And in fact, if we go back out of Netflix here, again, let's get out of the native Netflix app. And I guess I got to go. I am still learning all of the buttons. The other thing that you're going to notice here is that we also have things like Apple TV, Crave, Paramount, YouTube Music, Spotify, all the different apps that you would normally want to have. Again, normally maybe on your phone or your tablet, are now available on Google TV on this JMGO N1S Ultra. So you really can't ask for any more. Now, the fact that I can access YouTube, Prime Video, Disney, if I now want to set this up and actually have this in my backyard or, a movie night with whatever in that sense, you can actually use it right from the JMGO N1S Ultra. You don't need to have anything else plugged into it. And I will give you an example. Again, I did it in my first video, but I will give you an example of the audio of this thing. And as good as the N1 Ultra was, the N1S Ultra is even that much better. It really is a pretty incredible audio. So that's coming up. Let's get back here. Again, native Netflix. How can you ask for any more? Anything better? The other thing I will say is that besides the Google TV, which of course we show up here, you actually have quite a smooth operating system here. Gone is the jumpy, jittery operating system that was sort of having some issues on the JMGO N1 Ultra, no longer on the N1S. The one thing that I do like with the Google TV versus the Android 11, this is a pretty big deal. Google TV, besides allowing for that native Netflix, which is absolutely fantastic, in my opinion, gives you a much better menu system in which to sort of move through the system. For example, I can go right into screensaver, and it gives me the ability to show different screensavers, which is pretty darn incredible, especially on that looks amazing on a 150-inch projector screen. That is incredible, and I've tried to set my camera up to show the most realistic coloring. But if you do see a bit of red tint in the image, that is only the laser system and the camera picking that up. You can't actually see that with your own eyes. I'm looking at this particular image and am completely blown away by how incredible it is. Again, thanks to Google TV, you have this option to have these screensavers, and they really are pretty blinking awesome. Like, I mean, you look at this and it's just, it's unbelievable. So nice to have. So now in looking at my camera, it does look fairly white. So I'm hoping this is capturing, a better image. But it's, as I said, if you do see a bit of red tint, that is the camera itself. I did play with the auto bounce or the auto white bounce, but it's still not quite where I'd like it to be, honestly. Okay, so I have gone in, adjusted the settings a little bit. Hopefully, this is looking a little more realistic in the sense of less of that reddish tinge. So, just going through some of these screensavers. I mean, you look at that image, that is incredible. Like, that is 150-inch, and it looks unbelievable. The color, the pop, everything about it is fantastic. It's really hard to put into words, and as good as it shows it on the camera, it really doesn't show you like how this incredible this looks in person. It's unbelievable, and I'm just sort of going through these images to see if there's some that show a little bit better or pop a little bit better than others. But man, it's incredible. It's fantastic how good this this projector is. All right, so let's go back into the operating system here. One of the things that I mentioned was this improved software, or I guess improved menu system. You can go into your inputs, and you can actually directly select the inputs from that main setting, which is such a nice feature to have, going into those HDMI. Whoops. So it really is a pretty incredible feature. If we go back into here, and let's go into picture settings, which, by the way, you can access from the remote as well. You have your brightness setting, adaptive, picture mode, which, whoops, is on user currently. Okay, well, let's, I definitely don't want to do that. So let's get out of there. Contrast, saturation, that's the one thing we do have now on the JMGO N1S is the brightness toggle. Hue, sharpness, HDR, MEMC, 3D mode. There's your 3D setting. You also have your advanced settings, which allows you to adjust your color temperature, red, green, blue, etc. Digital noise reduction, MPEG noise reduction, adaptive luma, let's see, local contrast, gamma, color tune, and 11-point white balance correction. So those are your picture settings. Again, if we go back into the actual settings, you have your channels and inputs, you have your projector settings, which allow you to do keystone correction, auto, manual, that sort of thing. You have your focus, again, auto, manual focus. image adaptation. And again, this video today is not about the inputs and settings. I just wanted to go over them really quickly. But the big one that I wanted to talk to you about today was adaptive wall color. So this is a system that allows you to set up the color palette of the camera based on the wall color that you're using if you're not using a screen. So this is a very cool feature as well. And then of course I showed this in the first video, the one-click dust removal basically kicks up the fan on the inside of the JMGO and just makes sure that it keeps all the dust and everything off of the internals. So a very good, very cool system as well, feature as well. Display and sound, network and internet, of course, that's pretty straightforward. Privacy, apps, system. This is where you would go in, for example, and check to see whether or not there's an update, which I, of course, don't expect there to be one, considering it's a brand new projector, but let's take a look anyways. And as I thought, not anything there. And then other things like, for example, you can go in and do, oh, and this is another part of the Google TV is the ambient mode. You can actually go in and choose Google Photos or an art gallery or your own pictures if you want them to filter through on the wallpaper. Let's go down, developer options, cast, system settings, and then of course a restart, which we're not going to go anywhere near today. Remote and accessories. As you can see here, I've got the JMGO remote connected. I also have my Soundcore headphones, and I also have my Sofa Baton remote. Both of those are not connected at this point. So that's just a run through of the settings and the things that you can do there. As you know, with Google TV, you have the option to do Android or to do Google Assistant. So by pressing and holding the Google Assistant button, I'm just going to take, for example, that first one there, show me free movies. So I press and hold the button and say, show me free movies. Or don't say press and hold the button when you press it. Show me free movies. And here are most of the free movies you can access, again, either through your Prime, Netflix, etc. Just brings them into one spot. Pretty cool. Let's go and try searching for Top Gun. Again, you're going to notice quick, accurate, fast, and there you go. Top Gun on Netflix. Again, Netflix installed internally without having to mess around. So that is certainly a fantastic feature to have. Certainly appreciate that very much. And so let's now get out of here. And pardon me. As I'd mentioned earlier, you know, you have all the apps that are already in here. YouTube, Prime Video, Disney, etc. So everything's there. Very nice and accessible, easy to use. Let's go into YouTube. And let's give you an idea of the audio, which I, as it turns out, have set up here. So just to give you a better idea, I'm going to play some audio. I just want you to hear, I thought that the N1 Ultra was a fantastic projector for the sound quality. The N1S Ultra with Google TV and native Netflix is that much better. One thing that you're going to notice with the N1S is from, you know, basically 1 to 100, there's no distortion, and the audio quality is fantastic. The other thing you're going to see as I turn up the volume here is that the incremental input for the volume are levels of 1, whereas on the N1 Ultra, they were levels of 4. So this is kind of nice, giving you a little bit more control. But let's let this rip. We're going to go right to the top, 100%. And I know that doesn't give you the full effect, but trust me, the sound quality is pretty impressive in the sense of how loud this thing gets. It's pretty incredible, and really blows me away. Um, One of the other features that you will see on the remote itself is that you have, number one, you have this button that is that allows you to, looks like the little gear. That's what brings up this quick menu and allows you to access all the different things, including your inputs, screensavers, etc. And then you also actually have a button on the remote that allows you to go directly to your HDMI inputs. But I think one of the most important things, and by the way, there it goes into it, that I wanted to show you is this feature. So what I wanted to show you was under the power and energy settings, you have a power on behavior. And yes, you are now able to have the TV turn on to either the Google TV home screen or the last used input. So if you turn this TV off while in HDMI 1 from the Apple TV or maybe DVD that you're watching, Blu-ray, this will turn the JMGO N1S Ultra back on to the last used input when you power it up. So that is also a great feature, one that I think a lot of people were asking for in the N1 Ultra. So that is fantastic as well. So that's great to see under the settings to be able to access that as well. So other than that, when we look at everything here, I think again, when we talk about all the features that come with this N1S Ultra, we have the Google TV versus the Android 11, so that's really nice. You have the native Netflix, again, you know, that's fantastic. That's great to be able to have that access. And now you literally really have a projector that's a lifestyle projector and portable and able to use pretty much anywhere you want to use it, which is fantastic. And you have an overall fully rounded projector that, again, you know, as good as the N1 Ultra was, and you all know if you've watched my previous videos, I absolutely love the N1 Ultra. The N1S Ultra is that much better. There are the little tweaks in the software, plus some of the increased, some of the better options, such as the audio, you know, the obviously Netflix, even some of the simple things like the menu settings are just there to make this projector that much better and that much better of an experience. So as I sit here and watch this projector, very much like the N1 Ultra, this new N1S Ultra with Google TV and native Netflix is the best experience I've ever had in this home theater room, the best projector I've ever seen, upwards to some projectors being twice as much, and literally the full package in one product. So for those of you who are potentially looking to purchase a new projector, you absolutely cannot go wrong with the N1S Ultra. It is by far the best projector that I've ever used. Now, I also want to just take the time to thank JMGO for the collaboration on this video, but also for all of you for watching my videos. I say it every time in all of my videos. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe and the bell icon for reminders when I post new videos. And just thank you for taking the time to support. If there are any questions that you have on this new JMGO N1S Ultra, the comments are the place to leave those questions. I will look at those questions and I will answer every single one of them. So once again, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and just take care.